old man Daredevil's final mission. As y'all can see from this cover, my boy is going through it. This is the last issue of this series, so let's get right into it. This issue starts off speaking of a man wearing a red suit swinging through the sky. He's 50 stories above the ground. Who the hell is this guy, and why would he do something so dangerous? Wearing that bright-ass red suit, it like he wants to be seen. Maybe this mystery man saying it's time for us to look up. Bullseye hears news of the Manhattan Flyer and immediately knows it's Daredevil calling him out. So he dabbles the tip of his needles in this concoction, pokes it in himself, then drinks the concoction. His henchman is like, bruh, that's too much, gang. But Bullseye tells him, shut your ass up, bitch. Get the crew and get ready. So they leave to go get the gear. Tyra looks at Bullseye and tells him he's a psycho. Let me out of this shit. But he's like, nah, trust me. You're much safer in here. Then he walks up to this storage room, revealing all the shit he finessed from the deceased heroes. Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit, Captain America's shield, and the Punisher's Glockianas. He grabs all the shit he needs, a shotgun, cap, shield, and a whole bunch of other shit. Then he looks at Frank Castle on the wall. He's like, and decides to finally free bro off the wall because he no longer has use for him. Bullseye walks out and tells the gang to finish off Punisher inside. But unknown to them, Frank uses all his might to crawl to the Hulkbuster armor. He grabs the wires and connects it to his body, but in the process, the armor falls to the ground. Bullseye's crew walks in hella confused. Where the hell did Mr. Nubbs go? Bro with the mohawk walks up to the armor like, hey, are you in there? I finally get to put you out your misery. Tyra tells the gang, y'all know he's in that armor, and once he figures that out, y'all cooked. The gang is shocked because Frank stood up in the armor. Hey man, I'll do whatever you want, just say the word. But Frank ain't trying to hear that shit. They had him on that wall for however long, doing unspeakable things. They start shooting at him, but that doesn't do shit. He chokes one dude with the mohawk, then lifts up another one. He puts his hand right through one of them. Then he looks at the shooter and crushes his hand and that Glock. Tyra's like, told y'all he would figure it out. Yeah. Then finally, bro with that white mohawk looks up like, damn. Punisher palms his head. It's been too long. Then crushes that shit like a melon. Tyra's like, you gotta get that other guy. He's the worst. I heard where he was going too. Get me out this thing and let's go slide together. Punisher frees her, and the two of them are locked in. Daredevil is out and about, and his priority is to find Bullseye's bombs while he still has his powers. Because right now they're fading in and out. Some dude got murked because his powers just wasn't working. Out of nowhere, he senses a power spike. Then when he looks back, he sees Bullseye on the Jumbotron calling out to New York City. It's been a minute. I hope y'all haven't forgot about me. I think about you all the time. But for the younger crowd, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bullseye, remember? He essentially rambles about how before NYC became a war zone, the good and bad would go back and forth. But nowadays, everything is just gray, and Bullseye can't stand it. He blames the DBs, war, and apathy. He wants to go back to how things used to be, heroes versus villains. We see his cameraman looking shocked, and that's because Daredevil arrived on the scene. Bullseye's like right on time, and he grabs the shotgun from his henchman. Bro has Captain America's shield, and he rushes at Daredevil. But to his surprise, Bullseye shoots him in the back. 200 pumped him in the back. That's tough. Daredevil's mad as shit, so Bullseye tells his cameraman to keep that camera steady. The crowd's gonna wanna see this. And the squabble begins with them clashing. All right, old friend, let's give him a show. Daredevil rocks him in the jaw. Then he thinks to himself, Bullseye doesn't listen to pain. This won't, but at the wrong time, his powers start fading out, and when he comes back, he gets kicked in the face. So he cracks Bullseye in the cranium with the baton, then kicks him in the stomach. He's like, Bullseye's not lying. This does feel good. They're both enjoying this. All the civilians like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to see who wins. Not surprised you're whooping my ass right now. I got the shakes a while back, so I had to switch up my technique. I used to be able to shoot wings off a fly. I still can, just need a lot more bullets. He pulled hella needles out his body and chucked them all at Daredevil. He does a backflip to dodge the needles, but his powers are still fading in and out, and a couple of them hit him in the chest. And that's when we find out that that concoction Bullseye was dipping the needles in was actually poison. And right now it's not looking too good for Daredevil, cause he's feeling it. Bullseye loads up the shotgun, then aims it at Daredevil's head to finish the job. Everybody in the crowd's like, oh no! But out of nowhere, a big ass hand covers the camera. The people like, what's that? No, cause it's the Punisher and Tyra. Frank grabs Bullseye's arm, crushes it, then slams him on the ground, then chucks him at the lights like he's a rag doll. You still got it, Frank. Don't let anybody tell you different. The Punisher charges in to finish the job. But I got things to do, let's play later. Bullseye throws an electric cable at Punisher, making him tweak out in the suit. Ah! But that doesn't stop the Punisher. He hops out the armor, headbutts Bullseye, then bites his nose off. Ah! Then he goes in for another bite, but Daredevil comes in and starts choking the Punisher. Frank, stop. As he chokes Frank, he thinks back to when the Punisher aimed his gun at the Kingpin and shot him right in the face, killing him. And right after, we see that Daredevil killed the Punisher. Killing your mans who was about to kill the big bad might be the craziest shit I've seen in a long time. Back to the story, Tyra is pissed and she aims the shotgun at Daredevil's head. Why did you stop Frank? The other guy was bad. He deserved what was coming. Daredevil essentially tells her, we are hero, kill is bad. Then he pulls up on Bullseye like, yo, where the bombs at? I'll show you. I want to thank you, old friend, because without you, we never would have had this big ass crowd pull up. We did this together. Daredevil's powers start blinking again, and he sees Bullseye with the detonator. Thinking quickly, he's like, stop! And tackles Bullseye off the building. They tussle in the air, and Daredevil is able to knock it out of Bullseye's hand. Then they crash into this car. The detonator is now on the middle of the street. Bullseye is messed up, and Daredevil thinks the job is finished. But Bullseye's like, nah, the show must go on. He spits out his tooth. It hits the camera, hits a stop sign, then presses the detonator. Bullseye. Boom! His bombs explode throughout the city, and that green gas fills the skies. Daredevil can smell it's another dose of the gas that brought his powers back. As his powers return back to that peak form, he hears all the people crying out, dying, injured, calling out for help. Only thing is, Daredevil's body is giving out, because he has a pipe through his gut. Not even the best doctor in the world could fix this. This is it. He only has one move left, and he's deciding what he's gonna do. The explosions took out the city's power. The survivors can't see right now, and they're all going crazy. I'm gonna kill you. Get out my way. Stop, you're hurting me. They're lashing out, and Matt's wondering how he's gonna save them. He starts praying to God. You gave me these gifts back. Please show me how to use them. Help me see. He closes his eyes and thinks about how he's in so much agony. He's losing a lot of blood. He has radar sense, but there's just so much chaos around him. Everything's ruined, just destruction everywhere. But then he thinks about Tyra, and it all clicks. He knows what he has to do. So he starts climbing up. Even though his body is failing him, he still fights his way up to the top, and he sees Tyra still hugging Frank's body. He calls out to her, but she's like, go away. You're a bad man. Frank was helping me, and you hurt him. He's like, my name's Matt Murdock. Sometimes I'm a bad man, but I think I've done more good than not. I always try. Always. That's why I want to talk to you about. You heard those explosions. A lot of people are hurt. They can't see shit. Everybody's frightened and panicking. I can hear them hurting each other. There's rubble, collapsed buildings, people trapped. The helpers can't get through. It's gonna get worse. This is why we have our gifts, for times like these. You'll remember this moment forever. The choice you make right here will define you forever. Do you hide in the dark or step in the light? I know you're frightened. It isn't fair that this landed on you, but you've been called, Tyra. It's never fair. That motivational speech did something to Tyra, and she powers up, lifting into the sky. She shines bright above everyone, burning the poison in the sky. The civilians like the light. The moon? Nah, That's an angel. The violence stops. All the civilians stop squabbling, and instead, they help each other. They can see. Matt hears them speak, and their voices are in awe. She burns the poison, but it touched some of those people, and it changed them, meaning they probably unlocked powers. Their feet lift from the ground. Their bodies take on new shapes. Strange energies churn within them. They cry out with joy and astonishment, and yes, fear, but they find their way. We all do. This is all a part of God's plan. I can see it. And this story ends with Daredevil, aka Matt Murdock, dying. This story has a sad ending, but it also has a hopeful one, showing that the next gen is moving in a good direction. Let me know your thoughts on the Daredevil Cold Day in Hell story, and what should I cover next? Not gonna lie, I've been interested in that DC medieval story, so I might cover that. And I'm also thinking about covering the Demon Slayer manga after the movie. Let me know your thoughts on that, and I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time.